Hi everyone. Um, the purpose of this presentation is just a brief five minute addendum to the business plan that I've already circulated. I've just got four points to add to it, which I think is quite material. The first is the refinement of our introducer strategy. So as we've already met, I've already done about 10 meetings with different parties, and I've learned a bit about how to do it, and I've refined the process, and I want to go through what I've learned. The second is we are introducing some buyer side incentives. So far, currently we have an incentive for people who introduce the elderly homeowner. They get 1%, 1 percentage point of the real estate agent's fees from the elderly homeowner. We want to have some incentives that come out of our fees for people who introduce the buyer. The third one is the call answering service, which I shall explain. And the last is the promotion. So let's start with the introducer strategy. So this is a useful way to think of it. On the left axis, you see existing base. Existing base is, for example, let's say we take a will writer like Rock Wills. Rock Wills already has thousands of people who are current customers of theirs. They've already been had their will written, and they're ongoing customers, and maybe they will refine their will in future years. So they already have them in their database. So that's what I call existing base here under immediacy. Ongoing is new customers that come online. So they don't have an existing customer A, but he comes online in maybe 6 months or 1 year from now. And there are two levels at which we can meet people. The first is the introducers people themselves. So for example, Rockwill's will writers. Rockwill has 7,000 registered estate planners. So it could be them, or it could be the elderly homeowners themselves, direct end users. So this is a 2x2 matrix. So if you look at the introducers existing base, the existing base of introducers, how we plan to promote to them is through training and materials. We'll be conducting training sessions. I shall give you a case study in a short while. But the priority is to tap on the existing base of elderly homeowners. So if you look at someone like Rockwills, there are thousands of people in their database. Instead of try to tap into their will writers, we should really be trying to get to the customers as soon as possible, because time is not on our side. And lastly, ongoing introducers, people and elderly homeowners together, they will all use our More to Life Partners site. So that will have information about the product, about the process of introduction, as well as the rewards and introducer form as well. So let's take a case study. This is a party I've already met. It's called Standard FA. And Standard FA is a financial planner. And if you look at them, they've won a lot of awards. They're one of the biggest. They got 35% market share, 15 branches across the country, and they have 100 financial planners in the Klang Valley. And the good thing is that they were very interested. They were very interested in our product, and both on the buyer and the seller side. So we worked out a plan of action, and the plan of action is that I will create a landing page for their clients to fill out if their clients are interested. This is the existing clients. And what is a landing page, I shall explain in a short while. But once the landing page has been prepared, I will train the 100 financial planners in the Klang Valley on how to sell the product, and I'll be using their training room for that. Then the landing page will be circulated by email to all of the existing clients. So the CEO is not sure whether it should be sent by us, by Standard FA headquarters or by the financial planners directly to the clients. He's going to decide on that. And then he's also going to try and put a link on our landing page to his website. And lastly, the 100 financial planners will also be trained in how to use the More to Life Partners website. So that's So I'm just going to jump to the landing page, and this landing page is also going to be used for Rock wills and any other will writers as well. So I've sent this landing page to the person in charge one of the heads or the deputy CEO of Rockwell's Trust. So he's going to forward it to their will writing subsidiary, and this is how the landing page looks. So if you open it on your browser on desktop, it will have a logo, it will have a heading, and you'll have a picture like this. Then you will have a brief description. So it starts with, let's face it, EPF savings are rarely enough to retire on, and estimated 70% of seniors' wealth is tied up in their main residence. A definition of home reversions. What are the main eligibility criteria? And then we'd love to hear from you. And then there's a form, email, phone number, first name and last name, and then you request a free call or a visit. So this is how a landing page looks like. So if I go back, so in the standard FA meeting, we agreed that I would do a landing page for them for their end clients to fill out, which will be circulated by the financial planners. So I came up with I tried to use the same idea for another organization called FIM. This is the Federation of Investment Managers in Malaysia. They have about 100,000 agents under them, and it's basically unit trust and PRS. Unit trust is about 60,000, PRS is about maybe 25,000. So not quite 100,000, but these are regulators. FIM is a regulator. They don't have direct communication channel with their agents. They deal with the organizations that appoint the agents. So there are actually three types of organizations. The first is the asset manager, which is the fund themselves, which have their own agents sometimes. The second is institutions, which sell the funds, which are basically banks, financial services. And the third is corporate advisors, which is almost entirely financial planners who also sell the product, unit trust and PRS products to end users as well. So they deal with these three types of organizations. And however, they have regulations for how the agents should behave, and they get complaints and so on from about the agents. So the person I met at FIM was the head of corporate communications. She has the email addresses of all of the heads of distributions of these three types of organizations, but she said she cannot share the email addresses with me because of the PDPA, the Personal Data Protection Act. So what I suggested to her is I will set up a landing page, just like I showed you for Rockwell's just now, and collect the contact information from the distribution heads. All she has to do is email a link to them, and they will opt in with their email address. But she said that this could be seen as FIM as a regulator endorsing something, which she doesn't want to do. But she's going to talk to her CEO. She was very helpful. She's going to try and talk to her CEO. If she doesn't come back with anything positive, then what I'll do is I will find the corporate agencies that are not financial planners. I think there's only about maybe 10 of them or something, and call right into them and contact them and go and meet with them as well. So the point of this case study is that sometimes the landing page will not work. Sometimes the landing page is, because it's a regulator and they cannot endorse something, landing page strategy might not work. So Rockwell's have gone through. So that's the introducer strategy. The key point I'm trying to get across with the refinement of the introducer strategy is that the priority, if I can go back, the immediate priority is actually the landing page to contact elderly homeowners directly, to try and get homeowners immediately signing up, instead of the slower process of doing it indirectly through the introducers. So the second is the buyer side incentives. I've met 3 or 4 financial planners so far, and all of them have asked about buyer side incentives. All of them were more excited, apart from one of them, which is standard FA, as I mentioned just now. All of them were more excited about the buyer side than the seller side, because they all have high net worth. In Malaysia, the financial planning industry is focused on high net worth individuals. And so they all asked about buyer side incentives, because right now we don't have any incentives for the buyers. We only give a 1% incentive to the seller. So what we've decided to do is, we propose to do is to share 1 percentage point of our 3% commission with the buyer side introducers, which works out to be about 5,000 ringgit. So this is something we can discuss. The third one is, we want to have a call answering service. So currently on our website, if you go to our website, it has a request for callback form. So you basically enter your phone number and your name and your email address, and we will call you back. The reason for that is that I don't have the capacity to constantly respond to phone calls when I have meetings and work to do. And there's no one supporting me at the moment. So John highlighted that there's a service called a call answering service, which is available. And this is important because many elderly people, they don't use the internet themselves. Someone gives them a number and they call it. They use the phone, and they also want the immediate satisfaction of picking up the phone and calling someone immediately, instead of filling out a callback form and waiting for 24 hours. So for 1,160 ringgit, there's a company that provides a landline number with a receptionist who will answer with our company name, read the script we provide. They will take down the name, number, email, and they will email all of these details to me. And once I receive that email, I can take action on it. I can forward it to the sales agents and take it forward from there. Lastly, we plan to put a promotion banner on our website, right on the front, right on the home page. And what this banner will say is a special offer until the end of April. This is just to try and create some urgency. And the special offer will say free listing, which is something we already do. Free professional photo shoot, I'll talk about it in a second. 20% discount on legal fees. This is something we already do. We've already agreed it with Mao and Kwai. And 3% agency commission upon closing. That's what we've already agreed with Kim Realty, and that's the maximum anyway. So it's just to make it sound attractive and to create that urgency. So the only thing we don't do right now is the free professional photo shoot. And I'm going to limit this to the first 20 for now. But I'm not going to say that. I'm going to try and get a cameraman. I know a person who will consider doing it for 75 to 100 ringgit a house. I need to strike a deal with him on it first. But I feel that it's possible to do that. But this is going to, if you say it's 100 ringgit, 20 houses, that's another 2,000 ringgit that's going to be added to our budget. So that's all I wanted to add. Thank you.